whoever scheduled the first two games to have
Hmm.
Pakistan and West Indies should get a raise because that is how you sell a
Well,
World
there
Cup.
was India too.
India as well. Like this is how you sell a World Cup. The only change you might make is maybe Naseem for Shaheen. Maybe.
Come on, yeah. Now, no Babar and no Shaheen. यानी
It's-
हम cricket बंद कर दें अपनी. We should just shut up shop. Come on, man. Now, this is an overreaction for sure.
the, did you know about the 300 alert?
300 alert, no.
So the Indian broadcasters were on this match for the entire day saying 300 alert, 300 alert,
Oh, God.
as in India is going to score 300 on them.
Good evening, cricket fans, and welcome to yet another episode of Over and Out with DawnNews English. This is your host, Ahmed Khwaja, alongside Mustafa Siddiqui. Mustafa, how are you?
I am great, and I'm quite joyful that Pakistan sneaked a victory.
Absolutely, we snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. It was the Rana Fahim Ashraf show at the end. Pakistan making a meal of a straightforward target of 140 odd. They were 90 for 2 at one stage. Then Sahibzada Farhan departed. Babar Azam threw his wicket away. Usman Khan came and went. And we were literally looking into the abyss as we were about to lose to that mighty Netherlands side that did us such a massive favor in 2022. They almost went that one step further and beat us proper in 2026. What an unbelievable match.
It was, let's be very straightforward. That shouldn't have been an unbelievable match. That game should have been over after the power play, our power play. We had scored 60 runs out of the 160 we needed. Like 100 run 14 over में in modern day T20 I cricket
Hmm.
should not be hard to do. मगर हमारे मिडिल ऑर्डर और मिडिल ओवर की प्रॉब्लम है which we
I think we have to give a lot of credit to the Netherlands, to be quite honest.
no
The
no
way they just
I think they
stuck to their
bowled
guns.
extremely well. I think they fielded extremely well until the fateful drop catch in the second last
Max
over.
O'Dowd.
uh, 1 billion Netherlands fans cried out in pain when that happened.
Well, Pakistan, what about the first half of the innings? Shaheen Shah went for a bit of tap in the power play overs. Once again, he wasn't really at his best, wasn't getting that in swinger going to the right hander, leaked some runs. Salman Mirza was outstanding with his variations. I thought the spinners bowled relatively well, but it was such a mysterious decision to hold back Saim Ayub in the attack for so late. And when he did come on, he created an instant impact. So I think Salman Ali Agha and Mike Hesson, they were not on their A game tonight in the bowling and fielding strategic department.
There was such obvious grip in the pitch that you had to bring on Saim earlier. I feel like you should have even opened the bowling with him maybe. And like it turned out fine in the end, but we could have
Mm.
had a much more manageable, like even a more manageable score than 160 on this pitch. Like if he was introduced earlier, and then even like a 130 chase we might have made dramatic as well. Magar थोड़ा सा like there'll be a little bit less drama hopefully. But like the main thing all our spinners bowled well, which is what I was thinking
Yeah.
was going to happen. Um, and I really do think our strength this World Cup, just as well because we're in Sri Lanka, is going to be our spinners, and like we have quite a bit of spinners in form. Aside from a lot of these spinners being all rounders as well, who are also in form with the bat.
Well, the major talking point once again, of course, as always, is Babar Azam at four. It didn't work. He was going at a below 100 strike rate. He sucked the juice out of the run chase to an extent. And once again, when we thought he'll anchor the innings, this and that, he'll navigate the spin overs, a horrible, horrible shot to get caught at long off. And that put Pakistan immediately under severe pressure. Usman Khan came and went. Shadab Nawaz all succumbed in the end. It was Fahim Ashraf who played the rescue ranger alongside शाहीन शाह अफरीदी. He deserves his due credit as well. और अभी से ही शोर शराबा शुरू हो गया है that Babar Azam at 4 doesn't work. get somebody else in. Fakhr Zaman on the bench has created an outrage already with the fans. So, what do you reckon? Is it too early? Is it an overreaction, or there are some running repairs that need to be done?
So if you remember, as I stated in the interview, in our preview earlier this week, I do not think Babar has a place in the squad. In like not even maybe in the squad, but not in the team at least. I don't. I think Khwaja Nafe
But
is a
if he's not in the team, then why is he in the squad? What does he add for you?
exactly. So like that.
Hmm.
So like he is really taking up a roster spot that could have been given to someone else. Now the question about who you would give it to is up in the air. Like
True, because Fakhr is not a middle order bat by any means.
yeah, Fucker is not a middle order bat. Like that's the main problem. We have a real problem, and this like Australian cricket to a certain extent has a similar problem where
Even the South Africans have this problem.
we always pick our top order batsmen into our middle order. We try to fit them, or like the best one is like try to make our middle order batsmen into top order batsmen
Hmm.
in tests. Like this is just what we do for some reason, and so it's I just don't like today. It was manageable because I think Hessen has set up the team in a way where you don't have to rely on the middle order because you have such firepower up front and you have like such
Do you really
reliable-ish.
think we have that firepower? It's okay, it's fine. Sahibzada block or six, Saim Ayub, few flashy shots, but he does never plays a punchy, meaningful innings when it truly matters. Salman Ali Agha, we know he's a makeshift captain already. Okay, he's taken the brave option of going to bat up the order in the power play. He's going to show intent, so to speak. I think our batting is flattering to deceive, to be very frank.
I wouldn't disagree, but it's also like uh Aga did perform in the Australia series extremely well. Like he was,
Yeah,
yeah.
who didn't perform in that series,
Without
man? Those were cement wickets in Lahore.
I completely understand that, but it still has to be stated that he did show much more intent than a certain Babar Azam has shown
A
in the
certain
last
king.
a certain king has shown in the last 3 to 4 years. Uh, so yes, I think it is. No matter what happens in whatever generation we are in, we will always be a bowling team, and to a certain extent, I am proud of that.
Absolutely.
See,
Why not?
like yeah, because like as Imran used to say, we bowling wins tournaments.
True.
Yeah, like it really does, and like we that spin contingent we have is going to carry us far. I think.
Well, and well, fair enough. But is the bowling combination right? Because, they went for Fahim Ashraf, Salman Mirza, Shaheen. Do you think, in terms of the seam bowling department, leaving out Rauf completely from the 15, Naseem Shah on the bench, do you think that combo works for us?
So I actually think the only change you might make is maybe Naseem for Shaheen. Maybe.
Come on, yeah. Now, no Babar and no Shaheen. यानी
It's-
हम cricket बंद कर दें अपनी. We should just shut up shop. Come on, man. Now, this is an overreaction for sure.
this is an over. No. I think Shaheen's great. I think like I'm saying if there was going to be an argument for anything, it would be Naseem over Shaheen. Okay?
You are debating with a Lahori and a Kalandar fan, so you're playing on both my sensitive areas at the moment.
Yeah, देखो I'm from Karachi and I'm a Kings fan. So like I can't really
Okay, you can
share.
gripe about Hassan Ali if you like, but he's not in the 15.
वो तो फिर हाँ but like I don't think Ralph is can be in the 15 just because he has shown consistently in just recently in the Asia Cup and in previous World Cup editions.
Yeah, this
Well,
is very unfair. This is
this
very unfair.
this is not unfair. The man
He is the one who is at least stepping up when it matters as well,
he is
yaar. Why do you
also
ignore? He has a phenomenal T20 I record, but I don't want to get off track.
no
I don't
no
want
but
to
like
get derailed
मुझे
completely
I
here.
will just say I would just like to comment on two things. Like
Uh,
one thing, he did like straight up disobey Mike Hessen in the Asia Cup final, where he's literally telling him bowl wide, and like he's just not listening. And you just can't have that type of system in like I think Hessen really wants this to be a collective brain trust where everyone is working together. And if you're so like obviously going against what is the common belief. I think it's going to get
Bro,
you after
that
the
is
score.
scapegoating. You only made 140 odd when you were 90 for something, 80 for something in 10 overs. The
I just
blame ultimately lies with the bottle job by the batters. But once again, I don't want to rewind this. I don't want to rehash this. Haris Rauf is not in the 15, fair enough, because you're playing in Sri Lankan conditions. It's going
we,
to be spin heavy.
we
That
still
is
have
fine.
we
Let's.
still we still have two matches to go as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Namibia, US. Let's talk about the US game. We'll come to the Windies and Scotland later. But the way the US of A fought against India at the Wankhede, they had them at 79 for 6. When I was watching along, I'm like, hang on, what's happening here? Abhishek failed, Hardik Pandya failed, all the big names apart from Surya Kumar Yadav, who played a stunning knock of 80 odd. The captain coming to the rescue. Yes, he is a bit of a minnow basher at the T20 eye level. I think it's hard to debate that, especially in these ICC events. But if they didn't have that 80 odd from Sky, then India were truly cooked, so to speak, in this game.
yeah. Did you know about the 300 alert?
300 alert, no.
So the Indian broadcasters were on this match for the entire day saying 300 alert, 300 alert,
Oh, God.
as in India is going to score 300 on them. And like and good on USA. I think they probably saw that and took that to a certain,
As motivation, yeah, yeah.
you it's good to have a chip on your shoulder. It's like
Of course, absolutely.
as a sports person you
All
need to
the
have
goats have had the chip on their shoulder of any sport.
corner tigers, man. It matters for a reason. Uh, so
Why is this chip, a perpetual chip on our shoulder, never seems to work for the last one, 1992, 30 odd years,
this
34 years.
2009, 2017 do exist.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and like 2016, you also won the test mace.
Yeah, but let's get back to the game.
No, back.
160, of course, that was always going to be too much when you have the likes of Jasprit Bumrah in your attack.
No,
If USA were to have a
Bumrah
chance,
wasn't playing today.
oh, pardon me, if of course you need, if on that wicket, I think 160, I think 140 would have been chaseable. Then they got off to a horror start, lost
Yeah.
consistent wickets, even though there was a bit of a fight back, but fair play to the US. Certainly did not disgrace themselves this evening.
Yeah, so their spin bowling definitely showed up. Their India's new ball bowling
Mm.
was exceptional today, and it really killed the chase before it had any time to start. And all that, like, hope of India like maybe this being the biggest upset in like this like if like the US would have beaten India, it would have been the biggest upset in probably T20 World Cup history.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the thing that India always takes care of business versus the associate nations or the minnows or whatever you want to call them. And like, yeah, I'm just looking at the scorecard, 13 for 3. Pretty much the game was done and dusted. Mohammad Siraj getting
Sa-
into the T20 high side.
Siraj
Interesting.
Siraj was a late addition as well. Like
Mm,
Siraj was a late addition, and he probably wouldn't even have played this game if Bumrah was fit. Like
true.
If Bumrah was fit, he would not be playing. And then, like they just have great squad depth, and even like
Mm,
their entire batting order failed, right? But
true.
and only one of their batsmen actually like Sky did really play a captain's innings, and like the other batsman scored 76 runs. He scored 84. He scored 84 off 49 balls. Like he was truly exceptional in those death overs, and like he really like like he could really handle the pressure. And as much as I don't like some of the antics he pulls, I do respect him as a cricketer. To
Absolutely, the
yeah.
way he has created that template in T20I cricket, his strike rate has actually come down in recent times. One night was 170 plus for a consistent period for a long, long time. We're talking about 2022, 2022, 23, 21. In that period. I mean, that's untouchable stuff. Yeah, ridiculous.
It's still 165. It's not like it's gone down a lot. It's not like
That's
it's go
like peak Pakistani batter. That's in fact beyond a Pakistani batter's
That's
peak too.
basically Shahid Afridi if like every random
Yeah.
big hit went for a chakka. That's that's basically what it is. Uh, so yeah, I think they showed great resilience, and I think the crowd did like the Wankhede was loud.
Oh,
Well, like
for sure. Especially wait for the Nepal games. I think they might. There's no roof there, but if there was a roof, they'd blow it off. It's going to be that kind of atmosphere there at the Wankhede for the Nepal games for sure.
yeah, the one like this, and I like home field is an advantage. Like it is,
Hmm.
it's such an advantage, and like especially like India, like I think the only two nations I think in cricket
Hmm.
that have a true home field advantage in the sense of their crowd support.
Hmm.
One is India, and the other is Australia.
Ah, of
And
course, absolutely.
yeah, those I
Just see
think
the way they won the Ashes. I mean, it's absurd.
yeah, they absurd. They know because they understand that they're the 12th man essentially. They are there to help, you know, shake up things, right? And be loud and like intimidate. Because like yes, the USA have played in the T20 World Cup before. They have played at the stage before, but at the same time, it's still about like 60, 70,000 people chanting against you. It's intimidating.
Absolutely.
It's intimidating. So,
It has to be. Let's take a look at the Windies versus Scotland game at Eden Gardens in Kolkata. It was the Windies batting first, and they got off to a very, very slow start. Just about 50 odd runs in 8.2 when they lost Shea Hope. And then Brandon King went in the 10th over as well, 58 for 2. We thought, okay, same old, same old. West Indies, they're going to crumble here. But full credit to Shimron Hetmeyer, who turned it on big time, 64 of 36 deliveries, a crucial partnership with Rovman Powell, and it got them to a sizable score of 180 odd, and that was always going to be beyond the Scots. But I just want to talk about the Windies batting lineup here. When you've got Shimron Hetmeyer at 3, who's usually a finisher at the franchise level, Rovman Powell at 4, another finisher at franchise level, Sherfain Rutherford at 5, that's okay, Romario Shepherd at 6, and Matt Ford at 7. That batting is very, very lightweight to say the least. Even though Jason Holder can bat, Akil Hussain can bat, but West Indies cannot stick to this playing 11 if they want sustained success in this World T20. That is a very shallow batting line.
yeah, it's like it's very Hetmeyer dependent. It's like it's extremely Hetmeyer dependent. Like before they used to have like the other grade they had Pollard before like a couple before he retired, right? Where he was able to stabilize the middle innings, but also like take you to a different level scoring wise. But you just don't have that right now. But like I do want to make one comment. Whoever scheduled the first two games to have
Hmm.
Pakistan and West Indies should get a raise because that is how you sell a
Well,
World
there was
Cup.
India too.
India as well. Like this is how you sell a World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. The
You-
most blockbuster sides and the most unpredictable sides, at least the first two. But
Yeah,
West Indies were pretty much in cruise control for the majority of the game. And Romario Shepherd, of all people, picking up a T20 fifer at a World Cup that was not on my bingo card by any means. 3 overs, 5 for 20, and he just took care of the tail. Brilliant.
what can I say? Like I made this comment. I made this comment on the preview as well when I called the West Indies the Pakistan of the West. So and they're just like so unpredictable, and they just have some random unpredictable hero that comes out of the field, like Carlos did in 2016, or like multiple other times. They
Marlon Samuels.
Marlon Samuel's a great example. Uh,
I think that knock he played in Colombo is the greatest T20 innings I've
it
ever
was
seen.
so it was like
Bro,
it
on
was
that pitch against Sri Lanka at home, absurd.
it was it's the I still remember that innings. I just remembering
I
it.
do not entertain debates when people say Kohli at MCG. I'm like, no, man. It's Marlon Samuels, hands down.
It's my the only one I would kind of argue is maybe Kohli's knock in 2016, the semi-final one.
It's semi-final, but they lost.
They
You
lost,
mean
but it
the
was
Mohali one
the Mohali one.
against Australia? Yeah, yeah, that was
Uh,
very good.
that was like that's
Well,
the
let's
only
talk about the games that are coming up tomorrow in
yeah.
just about 12 hours' time. We're starting in at Chepauk, where Afghanistan are playing New Zealand. It's a grudge match of the previous World Cup. Afghanistan, of course, got a famous victory over the Black Caps and virtually knocked them out of the World Cup in the group stage itself. Afghanistan versus New Zealand. What is the Afghan pathway to victory here?
It's Cheepak. It's Chennai. It's it's spin and like
especially in a morning game.
Exactly. Like it's going to be hot. The cracks will be there. Like you will
Hmm.
like there will be grip on that ball. There won't be dew. Like that is how you're going to win. And like as like you mentioned as well, like they have a very light middle order, and they have like two like
Yeah.
really
It's
two and a half,
Sadiqullah, Zadran, and Gurbaz. That's it. That's
like
their
two and a
backline.
half, three bats at max, right?
Hmm.
So one of them would have to shepherd the innings or just like go off. Uh,
Romario shepherd the innings.
exactly, exactly.
And I think, and it depends if they're chasing. I think they're much more comfortable that way. Then you know what you have a score in mind. You want to put that spin strangle on the Kiwis, but the Kiwis have been in India for what, like the last month and a half. So
Hmm.
they're pretty much accustomed to batting in those conditions as well. Of course, Chennai being the home of Stephen Fleming and CSK, a lot of Kiwi, lay over there as well. The likes of Daryl Mitchell has played there. Rachin Ravindra has played for CSK. Devon Conway as well, and many, many more. Mitchell Santner was a long-term part of CSK as well. So I think the Black Caps will be relatively comfortable playing a day game here at Chapok.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, they'll be like I have no doubts about the New Zealand's preparedness for the World Cup or for this game. I just think the only way that Afghanistan can win is through spin.
Yeah, most
Uh,
definitely. Let's talk
yeah,
about the second game.
yeah.
We're at the
The,
Wankhede once again.
just
Yeah,
one
yeah, go ahead.
comment. Just one comment. We do need to talk about this New Zealand batting lineup, which is like Finn Allen, Devon Conway, Tim Seifert. That is going to be something to watch
Yeah, I've
tomorrow.
never liked Tim Seifert. He beats us up a lot
Huh?
when it's New Zealand versus Pakistan. He's very good in PSL as well, but I just don't rate him. Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea.
I do the same thing, but he has the numbers, so we will have to watch
Yeah.
and see how he does.
But Finn Allen is the key. The way he's been
Oh,
batting the last 3 months, he's
he's like
absurd.
he's completely changed their World Cup
Mm.
hopes.
Truly.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the Wankhede, where England hosting Nepal. It's rumored to be a sellout.
Hmm.
So the Nepal fans are coming hard at the Three Lions. And England, we know in Asian World Cups and ICC events, they've been pretty shaky, very moody. There is that Ashes hangover. So if there is a chance of an upset, it's very, very minute. But can Nepal pull off a miracle, a stunner versus England? You never know. It's truly possible at the World T20.
And also like to mention their white ball captain has some controversy also going around him with the
Always.
there's always some controversy around the white ball captain. I can't lie with England. It's just gotta be that Barmy Army culture, I can't lie.
Yeah. Plus, he doesn't like playing in India. I mean, he's walked out of the IPL even though he has a century there,
Yeah,
struggled in his first season, then got banned for 2 years because he reneged on a deal with Delhi Capitals.
yeah.
Of course, he was offered the England captaincy, so had to pick and choose. So England a bit unsettled, but on paper, surely Nepal is not going to roll them
Yeah.
over.
It will be very entertaining to watch Jofra Archer play. It will be very entertaining.
Mm,
Like that. Like we haven't seen Jofra Archer on like on an ICC stage like consistently for a while, and
yeah.
like I remember watching him in 2019, like because
Mm,
I was there in the 2019 final. Like I was there live. Like
yeah.
I was there in person. He seemed like the best bowler I've ever seen. Like that game,
Mm.
like he was on a different level, and like I'm really excited to watch him on the world stage again.
Had a torrid time with injuries over the last 5, 6 years, but he more or less made it through the Ashes, had his impact. So fingers crossed for him that he remains fully fit. Of course, ex Mumbai Indians bowler, so he does know the Wankhede pitch pretty well.
Yeah,
Final game, we're at the Rajapaksa Stadium in Colombo, and this is a really, really spicy game. I really like the looks of this one. Sri Lanka taking on Ireland. Sri Lanka very shaky. That batting is very questionable. It's outside the likes of Patum Nisanka and Kusal Mendes. You really don't know what you're going to get from the middle order. They don't have that much depth either. The bowling is pretty decent in their own conditions, but certainly you can get on top of it. And Ireland are a well versed unit now in T20 eyes. Very experienced batters from 1 to 7. Plus, they have the spin resources, decent seamers as well that can be useful in those kind of pitches. So I think the luck of the Irish, if it rolls on, if it goes in their favor, they could roll over the home team here. I think it's not beyond the scope at all.
yes, but like I do have one. Counterpoint. Hasaranga. He really can. Like he's one of
He's world class.
he's worth like he might be the best T20 spinner in the world. Like he's up there. Definitely one of the best all
Well,
rounders. If
to
you
be
are,
fair, both him and Rashid have struggled in IPL because of due. But yeah,
uh,
it's A1 and it's
it
A1 and A2. You're
two,
right. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's like literally them, and then like he can bat as well. So like that, he's like so it's really it's going to be a some maybe a little bit of one man army, but they do have some firepower up top, so that'll be fun to watch.
Quality, but they just don't live up to their skill level. Very much like Pakistan.
Yes, but at the same time, they somehow have the ability to, like us, to get insane results.
Bro, which insane results. See what they did in 2024.
Yeah.
What did they do in 2022? But they've had some stability in recent times with Sanjay
So,
Surya. He's molded the squad. I was very surprised when they dismissed Charit Asalanka, but he did look a bit of a misfit in the T20I format. So back to Dasun Shanaka, they've gone. But let's see. Sri Lanka in home conditions, you'd always back them over any team. But I think Ireland have a decent chance. I would say it's 65-35 for Sri Lanka.
but one thing we also have to note it is Sri Lanka and it is at 6:30. It's the night game, so the
Mm.
toss will be extremely important in this game. Like we really lucked out in our because our game was
Did
more.
we?
Like it depends. Like luckily our game today in Colombo was the morning game, so like we didn't have like even if like it wasn't toss dependent. Like this game might become toss dependent with
Yeah,
the
with the dew for sure.
sure.
Plus, it was spitting a bit of rain as well in Colombo. That's always a concern.
So
So
and
let's
it
hope the rain gods stay away, though.
yeah we were supposed but like you never know with rain in Sri Lanka. Like till yesterday it was 70% washout for Pakistan and Netherlands today, and there wasn't an iota of rain. It was clear skies basically. So it's
Well, you
it
know what they say in Sri Lanka, it only rains when there's cricket on. So that's how it is. I think we've covered pretty much all the bases. An exciting first day of the World T20, and day two promises to be even more intriguing, even more spicy.
yeah.
So really looking forward to those three games as well.
So, who would you think would be the best performance of today? So, like we always have three standouts from each match with Fahim, what's his name?
Mm.
Who took the five for
Shepherd.
Shepherd and Sky.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much unanimous. Can't argue with that. Rana Fahim Ashraf pulling a rabbit out of a hat there. Maybe you can give it to Hetmeyer as well. He batted really well when they were under pressure at the halfway point. I think Hetty for once deserves some credit for finally coming through for the Windies. And absolutely no debate. It's Surya Kumar Yadav with the stunning knock against the Americans. That was world class.
Yeah, I that innings is one I'm going to remember, and I will like. He's still a middle basher in my eyes, but like he is clutch, and like we will just see how this will act in the Super Eights and the semifinals. And let's be very honest, we all think that India's probably getting is getting to the finals, and
Yeah, they're in there for the long haul for sure. So
yeah,
thank you for your time, Mustafa. It was a great chat. It was a fun-filled chat. It was a bit of a roller coaster of a chat compared to what Pakistan have done in their opening encounter against the Netherlands. Hopefully, this will be a much more smoother pathway to the Super 8s. Fingers crossed. We didn't get there last time. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on Over and Out for this episode. We'll be bringing them daily after every single match day.